Hello guys, and welcome back to my bedroom, where this absolute beauty of a bike is being stored. Now if you're curious about the frame, I actually made a video about it and you can watch it right here. Now I've always wanted a cycling computer just like the ones that the pros have, because it just feels kind of pro. You know, you kind of just walk up to your bike and twist in your computer. It feels pro. But they come with a hefty price tag. And I am talking hefty. Garmin Edge 130, $150 US. Wahoo Element Bolt, $230. Garmin Edge 530, $320. You get what I mean, they are expensive. And that is why I went searching on a trusty AliExpress, searching highs and lows for a cheap Chinese cycling computer, and I found this. Now this is the CooSpo BC200, and I nicked it for a modest $65 US. Now you might be wondering why it's $65 and not $55 like the title said, and well, that's because I wanted a speedometer with it. Now in the package that it arrives in, it contains all the manuals and the useless stuff. But one thing I was not expecting was a glass screen protector, like those that you put on your phone, so that was pretty nice. Now onto the product itself. It's fantastic. Starting off, you have Spanish, Russian, German, and English. But I assume most of you watching will be using English, so that doesn't really matter. It can connect to a heart rate monitor, power meter, and cadence sensor via ANC+, and it has a 36-hour battery life. Personally, going out, even on my long rides, I barely even use 1 bar of the battery, and it takes about 15 minutes to charge up, so that's quite nice. It also has an automatic backlight, depending on what brightness level it is, but there's an option to turn that automatic stuff off. When you turn it on, you get 9 options: cycling, table, bike, user, sensor, history, sync, GPS, and settings. Now, the cycling option is, well, for cycling. You press it, and you get quite a neat 3, 2, 1 countdown, and once it's done, you get presented with this. You get the signal strength, time, temperature, and battery life on the top, and all the data fields on the bottom. Now the reason I chose this cycling computer, unlike the even cheaper options like the Cyc Plus M1, was because with this, you can actually customize the amount of data fields that you can get. So example, you can have 2 per page or 8 per page. With the Cyc Plus M1, I think you're stuck with about 5 or 6 or 7. And you can't change where they're at. So now moving on to the data page menu. You can have up to 5 different pages of data, which is pretty neat, but I only use 3 because, well, who really needs that much data? And per data page, you can have a minimum of 2 and a maximum of 8. Now with this cycling computer comes the ZOS app, where you can just input all your data like weight, max heart rate, FTP, and age. You can also sync to Strava. Just go onto the sync menu and press on the Bluetooth option. At the same time, boot up the ZOS app, and then tap on the picture of your specific cycling computer, and press the connect button. Once you've done that, press the first thing that pops up. And to sync your rides to Strava, just press the sync button. Just like my beautiful frame over here, the $55 price tag does come with some downsides. Now if you rewatch those clips where I was showing the functions of the cycling computer, you can actually see that my hands were shaking a little bit. And that's not because I just finished a training session, that's actually because the buttons on it are tiny. Just look at how small they are compared to my thumb. And I have regular Asian sized hands, so yeah. And because they're so small, most of the time when you're trying to press the buttons, your fingers aren't actually dead center of the button, so you're just kind of actually pressing the rubber beside it. Now I'm not sure if this issue is because of the head unit or the speed sensor over here, but once in a while, it will just show 0 kilometers per hour for like 30 seconds, which is fine until you're doing a bashing hard effort going 45 kilometers per hour and you just see 0 and you're like, what? But it's not a big problem. I don't do 45 kilometers per hour my whole ride, so yeah, and it can be easily justified with the $55 price tag. That's about all the downsides of this cycling computer. One tip I want to give you guys though is to tape the charging port with some tape. Yeah, it's not because the water resistance on this is bad, it's actually IP67, but I actually just tape all of my electrical components just so that I can ride in the rain knowing 100% that my stuff won't die. Now for some reason, the product in this video is no longer for sale. I tried searching for it, but it's just missing from the AliExpress page. Now I found the same product, but under a different brand of Think Rider. So you can check that out, but sorry to whoever wanted to purchase this thing. But that's all for today guys. I hope you have enjoyed my review of the CooSpo BC200 cycling computer. And for my next video, I'll be talking about the cheap Chinese cycling sunglasses with, wait for it, a myopic frame. Yes! So that's all for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please like and subscribe, it really helps the channel. And as always, I will see you next time. Have a good night everybody.